It might seem strange that so many people get excited when a team of humans toss a ball back and forth, but life is full of mysteries. Mainstream sports aren't nearly as weird, however, when you look at some of the truly bizarre competitions that have sprung up over the years. Here's a look at some crazy sports you won't believe actually exist. Muggle Quidditch. After the fictional wizardly sport of Quidditch was created by J.K. Rowling for her Harry Potter novels, devoted readers became so enamored with it that they began playing a version of the sport modified for non-magical folks. Invented in 2005 by students at Vermont's Middlebury College, Muggle Quidditch uses brooms, volleyballs, and a person with a tennis ball and a sock hanging from their pants to emulate what it must be like to have magical powers. It may sound weird, but apparently it's super fun to play, because now there's a 16-team major league as well as countless college and high school teams. Underwater hockey. If the speed and violence of ice hockey aren't quite extreme enough for you, try adding the danger of drowning to the mix. Yes, it's underwater hockey, also known as octopush. Invented way back in the 1950s and boasting its own world championship competition, underwater hockey is exactly what it sounds like. Hockey played at the bottom of a swimming pool. If you're waiting for an even crazier form of hockey, don't hold your breath. Cheese rolling. Dating back to the 19th century, cheese rolling is a sport where people roll wheels of cheese down a steep hill and then chase after them. Much of the fun of the sport involves falling down a hill, and injuries are just part of the game. Cheese rolling has become so popular that a 2009 event had to be canceled for safety reasons after a whopping 15,000 people showed up the year before. Unfortunately for purists, in 2013 the cheese was replaced with a foam wheel. Good for rolling, not so great for eating on a cracker. Cycleball. Also known as radball, the European sport known as cycleball is pretty simple. You play soccer while riding a bicycle. That's pretty much it. The sport has been around since the 19th century, and anyone with a bike and a ball can play, though hardcore enthusiasts modify their bikes for maximum ratitude. Because, of course they do. Giant pumpkin kayaking. If you thought pumpkins were only useful for jack-o'-lanterns and pumpkin pie, well, you're in for a big surprise. According to Time magazine, monster pumpkins weighing up to 800 pounds can be carved out and used as kayaks. And there are even competitions to see who can grow the best pumpkin kayak. No motors or modifications are allowed. The pumpkin must sink or float on its own, with just you and a paddle to keep it going.
Pumpkins float, so why not?
Linus would be so proud. Toe wrestling. We do thumb wars in elementary school, then we graduate to arm wrestling. All of this is pretty silly, but why would anyone presume that the body part championships have to end there? Welcome to toe wrestling, which has somehow been a thing since 1976. It involves people using their big toe to try to pin their opponent's foot, which is more dangerous than it sounds. According to CBC, 2017 world champion Alan Nash claims to have once broken 4 toes in the semifinals and still battled on to win the finals. Now there's a guy who can stand on his own 2 feet. Extreme sitting. If you think you're good at sitting, and you also consider yourself to be totally extreme, then here's the perfect sport for you. Extreme sitting is a sport that involves doing a bunch of tricks on a special stool called a sport hocker before sticking the landing with your butt. Created in Germany, the sports industry trade show ISPO said in 2011 that extreme sitting had become more than just a product. It's a movement, a trend, a new sport. Look out, NFL! Volcano boarding. Anybody can go surfing or snowboarding, but if you want to kick things up another level, try the Nicaraguan sport of volcano boarding, where people race each other down the hot black slopes of active volcanoes while riding anything from custom-made volcano boards to surfboards and even old mattresses. Our suggestion is to just try volcano boarding atop a coffin, because really, why wait? Thanks for watching. Click the grunge icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.